Welcome to the first podcast to accompany International Rental News magazine. My name's Helen Wright, I'm the editor, and this podcast accompanies the June issue. In this month's podcast, we look at a rundown of some of the stories that made the news pages, a look at the results of our biggest feature of the year, the exclusive Ahern 100 ranking of the world's top 100 rental companies, a preview of the IRE show, the International Rental Exhibition, and the programme for the European Rental Association Convention. And we'll also give a taste of this month's other features, reports and regular columns. In the news in the June issue, Kiloutou acquires Polish major, Bowles Rentals reports steady Italian growth, Lavenden announces 2014 fleet investment, Ahern Australia officially launched, and Speedy Hire chairman Ishbel Macpherson to step down. France-based Kiloutou has acquired EWPA Majster, a leading equipment rental company in Poland. Founded in 1989, EWPA operates 20 branches in Poland with a fleet of more than 4,400 machines. Kiloutou Polska and EWPA will both operate under the EWPA Majster name once the merger is complete. The Italian rental market has potential, according to Bowles Rental, which has seen steady growth since it began operating in the country in 2011, with further expansion planned. Bowles Rental opened its first depot in Italy in November 2011, followed by two more in 2012. Speaking to me during the Samota and Asphaltica construction equipment exhibitions in Verona in Italy, Regional Manager for Italy Tarcisio Cioccio said the company planned to open at least one more depot in 2015. Global rental company Lavenden Group will invest more than £55 million, that's 65.7 million euros, in powered access equipment in 2014. This fleet investment will see around 1,300 new units enter its rental fleet, and that's across its European and Middle East territories. Ahern Australia was officially launched at the annual HRIA Convention 2014, which took place at the Gold Coast Convention Centre in Queensland. It's the new name for the Snorkel Australia District Sales and Service Entity, which was acquired by Extreme Manufacturing in October last year and will distribute snorkel products in the region. The existing Snorkel Australia facilities and personnel will all remain under the new name. Speedy Hire chairman Ishbel Macpherson will step down following a tumultuous year for the group in the Middle East. The announcement came in Speedy's end of financial year results, which saw a loss of £4.3 million, that's 5.1 million euros, in its international division, and that was as a direct result of the actions of a small number of employees who have now left the business. Ms Macpherson has been with Speedy for 7 years, the last 3 of which were as chairman. She will step down when the interim results are announced in November. There's of course more news from the global rental industry in the June issue. Ahern's June issue also contained our exclusive Ahern 100 table, and that's a ranking of international rental companies by rental revenues in 2013. It also includes extra data like capital expenditure, number of depots and the number of staff employed, and it made for very interesting reading. This year's table has seen a picture emerge of a relatively stable year in 2013, with the momentum behind the recovery in North America contrasting with the still sluggish Europe and a faltering Australia. All this came amid modest growth from emerging countries where fledgling rental markets are still gaining ground. And what you see there is that the deflation of some currencies, particularly the yen last year compared to 2012, certainly affected some companies' position on the rankings. So adjusting for currency changes between 2012 and 2013, we found that overall Ahern 100 company revenues grew by 7.5%, which is a healthy growth rate given the wider economic backdrop. Much of this growth relates to North American businesses, where year-on-year corrected growth was 10.7%. Japanese companies also saw a very respectable increase with a corrected average of 7.9%. European Ahern 100 firms saw a much more modest average growth of 2%, while companies in the rest of the world were almost flat at around 0.4% growth. And that flat result reflects the slow Australian economy, which has offset growth among the South American and Middle East companies on the list. For the full IRN 100, see the June issue. I will also publish an online taster of the table, and a special extended report with extra analysis and insight on this year's listing will be available to buy from the KHL information store soon. The June issue also contained a stop press preview of the International Rental Exhibition, and that's ahead of this month's show in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. The show has been expanded to accommodate demand for extra space, with nearly 90 exhibitors now registered to take part. IRE takes place at the Amsterdam Rai venue on the 24th to 26th of June. It'll be the third time that the exhibition has taken place, and it certainly looks set to be the biggest ever show. At the end of April, space for as many as 20 additional exhibitors was added to the exhibition, triggered by the large size of the waiting list. Like the companies that signed up early in the event, the newest IRE exhibitors plan to display genuinely cutting-edge new technology alongside the product mainstays of rental fleets. The IRE show is being held at the Rai in a hall alongside the Apex aerial platform exhibition. Visitors registered for one of the shows will have free access to the other. More than 100 international exhibitors will attend Apex, including some of the biggest names in the industry, from Terex AWP to Snorkel and Skyjack, to name just a few. If you register online for the event, you can save yourself some money. The cost on the door is €20, but with pre-registration online, it is free. At the same time as Apex and IRE, the European Rental Association Convention is taking place, and the June issue contains the programme. The ERA have an event packed with high-profile speakers and presentations, and that also, of course, takes place from the 24th to the 26th of June at the Amsterdam Rai Exhibition Centre. The first day of the ERA convention will feature a CEO and leadership panel discussing the challenges and opportunities facing the equipment rental market. Senior figures from the global rental industry are scheduled to take part in this panel, including United Rentals CEO Michael Neeland, Loxam CEO Gérard Dupré, Cremo CEO Vesa Koivula, Volker Steinmaterial COO Derek Golden, and Hilti Regional Head for Northern Europe Gareth Lewis. Meanwhile, the main theme of the ERA convention is Internet as a Game Changer. Guest speaker Richard Robinson, who is a director at internet giant Google, will address delegates on the third day of the event, and this is a high-profile speech that looks set to be another key highlight. For more details and to register for the ERA convention, go to www.erarental.org and look up the convention on their upcoming events tab. Finally, the European Rental Awards dinner takes place on the Wednesday night, that's the 25th of June, at the Amsterdam Rai Elysium Centre. The judging panel met in Brussels in February to decide the shortlist for each category, and the details of this are in the issue. These awards look set to be as hotly contested as ever. IRN June also contained features on access equipment and mini excavators, as well as a review of the recent Smopic exhibition in Spain and Samotor exhibition in Italy. This month's interview was with Danny Jones, founder and managing director of Off Grid Energy, the UK company that is among the pioneers of hybrid battery-powered technology. The issue also contained the results and analysis of the first quarter ERA IRN rental tracker. In total, around 160 companies in Europe responded to the tracker survey for the first quarter, and the results should prove of some comfort to the European rental industry. The June issue also contained our regular columns from the ERA and Kevin Appleton, former CEO of Lavenden Group. The ERA page looked at a list of EU issues that the ERA's National Association Committee has decided to pay particular attention to this year, including replacement engines, and this is an issue of critical importance to the rental industry. For his part, Kevin Appleton looked at how the rental industry tackles the issues of third-party logistics and offers some pointers. That's it for this month's podcast. I hope you'll join next month for a look at the July-August issue. Goodbye.